Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my top 5 favorite Cary Grant movies of all time. So let's get started. Here we go! So starting off my list at number 5 is the 1940 film starring Cary Grant and Rosalind Russell, His Girl Friday. This was the first movie with Cary Grant starring in it that I have ever seen. I saw this movie, I believe, when I was in film school, or around the time of film school, and I've had an appreciation for Cary Grant ever since this movie, since I've seen this movie. After watching His Girl Friday, I made a point of going out and looking for every Cary Grant movie I could find and watching them because I was so floored by his on-screen presence. He's just got charm to kill. You know, he's the original charming leading gentleman. And this movie definitely showcases his best attributes as an actor. Aside from Cary Grant in this movie, I also found Rosalind Russell's performance as Hilda very entertaining. She took on a strong woman, a can-do woman attitude, which I guess is more taken for granted these days, but back in the 1940s it was a little bit more unaware of, unheard of, unseen, and I think she is an amazing comedic actress. I know she was in the original version of the movie The Women, which was recently remade. I think it was in 2008 with Meg Ryan and a few other women. But yeah, Rosalind Russell is Hilda, and she does a great job as the main female protagonist, and it's really fun to watch her character and Cary Grant's character interact. They're both smart characters who kind of figure each other out, and it's a blast the whole way through. And I definitely recommend you guys watching it if you haven't. So number 5, His Girl Friday. Coming in at number 4 on my top 5 list is the 1938 rom-com with Cary Grant and co-starring Katharine Hepburn and her leopard baby. That's right, it's Bringing Up Baby. Katharine Hepburn and Cary Grant have amazing chemistry in this movie. Um, I mean, she plays this crazy neurotic heiress, and Cary Grant is a paleontologist trying to convince Katharine Hepburn's character to um, fund him some money for a museum. And the whole time he's pursuing her, her pet leopard is tagging along, and mishap and craziness ensues. I think at one point in the movie they end up in prison, and at one point in the movie Cary Grant's dressed in this pink frilly house coat or dress or whatever, and he kind of jumps up in the air and He yells out something crazy like I'm as gay as can be or something. It's really funny, and I think there's a few movies where Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn collaborate, and of those movies, I think Bringing Up Baby is the one that's the best. And that's why it's number 4 on my list. Yay! Coming in at number 3 on my top 5 Cary Grant movie list is another crazy and chaotic rom-com, this time from 1944, and it's called Arsenic and Old Lace. So this movie is directed by the legendary director Frank Capra and co-stars the lovely Priscilla Lane. But for me, what steals the show in this movie are the two aunts who are batshit crazy. They murder a guy in their own house and they try to hide the body, which Cary Grant's character discovers, and then he tries to hide the body from other people that are coming and going in and out of the house, including his fiancée, who he is trying to prevent from meeting his aunt because he doesn't want her to find out what crazy nutcases they are, and they truly are. And if you haven't seen this movie yet, I recommend you seen it. It'd be a great laugh and a great movie, and that's why it's number 3 on my list. So the next movie on my list at number 2 is the movie Notorious. And when I say Notorious, I'm not talking about the recent tribute movie to late rapper Biggie. I'm talking about the 1940 black and white thriller directed by Alfred Hitchcock and starring Cary Grant along with the amazingly talented Ingrid Bergman. That Notorious. Notorious is probably one of my favorite Alfred Hitchcock movies. Certainly my favorite Alfred Hitchcock movie of the 1940s. And, what else can I say about it? Cary Grant starred in, I think, 4 or 5, maybe 6 Alfred Hitchcock movies. I think the only other person who might have starred in at least the same amount of Hitchcock movies was James Stewart. So, I mean, you have to be a really good you had to have been a really good actor to be in a Alfred Hitchcock movie. And that's just him. Ingrid Bergman did an amazing job as her character. And, just watching that movie, you get drawn into the world of the film almost instantly just by the mastery of Alfred Hitchcock filmmaking. The score is epic, the characters are interesting, and they draw you in. The whole movie is a great thriller, suspense movie slash romance movie, and I definitely recommend it to anyone who hasn't seen it. And I hope you guys watch it. And that's my pick for now. So, number one movie on my favorite Cary Grant movies of all time is another Alfred Hitchcock movie. This one made in the late 1950s. And that movie is, of course, North by Northwest. As I said, this movie was directed by Alfred Hitchcock and it co-starred Ava Marie Saint, who is an amazing talent, and she did an amazing job in this movie. And it's the best, one of the best Alfred Hitchcock movies, and it's one of the best movies of all time. There's a lot of famous scenes in this movie that have been borrowed in other movies. Of course, it's been parodied, as well as other parts of that movie have been parodied and homaged. It's just a great film all around. Um, it's probably my favorite Alfred Hitchcock movie. I know I've said that about Notorious, but North by Northwest is definitely one of the best Alfred Hitchcock movies. It's my favorite, and it's my favorite Cary Grant movie, so there you go. Wow, that was an even longer video than the last one. I guess I just like to talk about Cary Grant a lot. Well, that's it for me now, and see you in the next video. Bye!